Hello dear all beautiful students, welcome all to our today's session with Monish sir and having the channel T20 Minutes Learning. I hope so that you are connecting in my class as previous time. If you like my class, please subscribe my channel T20 Minutes Learning. And I already supported you by doing the lots of activities and what you demand for. So we are not getting much taking time here. So directly now we will go to the our class today, and hope so that you will also connect with me all time to have the good class of your specific subject demand. Okay, so my dear students, I hope so during the corona pandemic it is very good initiatives for betterment of you I took from my side, so you will get the good benefit from my class. So now we will go to our class. Hello dear all beautiful students, welcome all to our today's session. Once again, I hope so that you are getting fine and well. Your SMT is going on there. I know that short monthly test, so on behalf of this part, I hope so you are very good at in your preparation for a specific subject. So I take this class now, the biology, and it will be very interesting for learning very short time, very short important things. That is, today we will understand about the ideal food pyramid. Ideal food pyramid. Ideal food pyramid, what we learned from there, actually going on there, maintaining. At first we will try to draw a pyramid, then we will go through the definition. Suppose like that we will try to understand, and it will be excellency of going on through carbohydrate. Then we can understand about the protein. Then it will be the vitamin and mineral. And last one is the fat. So ideal food pyramid, if we want to go through understanding about ideal food pyramid, so what should it is going on there, that is the matter. So carbohydrate, protein, vitamin and minerals, fat, actually going on through specific parts. And what will be the definition on behalf of the knowing of ideal food pyramid, that is a pyramid with maintaining highest quantity of nutrients. A pyramid with maintaining highest quantity of nutrients at the base, and lowest quantity of nutrients at the apex. A pyramid with maintaining highest quantity of nutrients at the base and lowest quantity of the nutrients at the apex, to maintaining that one. That means when we make sure a food pyramid, ideal food pyramid, the highest quantity or highest amount of nutrients will be going on there to the lowest part, and at the toppest part will be at the lowest quantity of the nutrients. So what we have seen in a food pyramid, that is like a figure, it is a food pyramid. So highest quantity carbohydrate is very availability, and optimum amount is going on through the lowest quantity, the maximum amount. Look at here, the quantity, and the protein is actually then less than the carbohydrate, about the availability and the quantity. then vitamin and minerals, and finally fat availability. Since in daily necessary food what we actually taking for, on that case we have seen this highest quantity to lowest quantity in our daily necessary food in ideal food pyramid. So this is a ideal food pyramid. Okay, I think you understand a pyramid with maintaining the highest quantity at the base and lowest quantity at the apex for maintaining that one in our daily necessary uses. So that one will be understanding for getting that point is ideal food pyramid. Okay, by the way, now it is very importantly we will go through another point. Another point is actually very importantly we will try to understand balanced diet. Balanced diet. So if we want to understand about the balanced diet, so what should we know about that? Balanced diet means optimum amount of food to absorb. Optimum amount of food, that means optimum food stuff. Optimum food stuff to take for our body. Optimum food stuff to take for our body is actually balanced diet. And you know, our balanced diet is actually going on through what amount of carbohydrates, what amount of protein, what amount of vitamin and minerals, what amount of fat, what we actually taking for, and that is the balanced diet. But for balanced diet it is important to know, okay, for balanced diet to know food selection. Food selection is very important. Food selection for maintaining the balanced diet. Okay, for maintaining the balanced diet it is very importantly to know the food selection. Then we will try to understand about food habit. Actually food habit we can write also that one. Then the food calories and financial effort. So dear students, look at here, this is the balanced diet. If we want to know about the balanced diet, you know, the ideal food, that ideal food, how can we ensuring that one? So very first time it is needed to know, very importantly we will understand about, it is needed to know that optimum food stuff to take for our body is actually termed as the balanced diet. To know, what should we know for maintaining the balanced diet? That is important. So to know food selection to be important, very importantly we will go through understanding food selection is very important. Then food habit, what types of food actually I like to eat and availability around us. Suppose you need to protein, but you don't know about the protein, or you cannot getting the optimum amount of calorie from the protein, but you need the protein. What should you do on that case? Suppose dal, if we know that the dal enriched with the protein, the fish, so if we know about that and we like that types of food, then we can categorize what the likings can ensuring what amount of nutrients and which kind of nutrients. That is important for food habit. Then we can go through food calories. Food calories means, yes, we suppose every day we take the fish meat like that, but all time it taking that one, so other food stuff or nutrients can be shortage for our body. Okay, so we need to calculate this rice I get this amount of calorie, this protein we can this amount of calorie from this food. So if it is we need about that what amount of calorie we need in daily necessary uses, that times we can easily calculate this item in our daily food items, in our daily necessary uses. So food calories can be incorporated from that on specific parts. So it is very important. Also financial effort, I told you in very first time, not everyone have the family income is not equal. So on the basis of your family income, your financial effort can ensure that. So before calculation, then that you can carry out and buy for your nutritional support. So it is also very important one. So about balanced diet, we know about this one. Very importantly, some characteristics of balanced diet. Now we'll go through the characteristics of balanced diet. Characteristics of balanced diet. So many of the characteristics is also important. Okay. Adequate energy is needed for doing that important parts. Okay. Macronutrients like carbohydrate, protein, fat. Don't think about that carbon, phosphorus, fluorine. No, carbohydrate, protein and fats to needed incorporated. Then we can go through understanding vitamin, rough phase, vitamin, rough phase, cellulose and rich food to take, and rich food. Then we can go through understanding about sufficient water and minerals, and digestible food for selection. So characteristics in very short form we'll learn here. Look at here, the students, very importantly we will understand from that parts, that is adequate energy is important for balanced diet food. My macronutrients like carbohydrate, protein, fats incorporated, it is needed for maintaining the balanced diet. Very important this one. Vitamin, rough phase, cellulose and rich food is of course incorporated. Look at here, the macronutrients and micronutrients and all other things needed to incorporate sufficient water and minerals. These 3 points actually all the food stuffs, macro, micro, with them their rough phase, cellulose is also incorporated with them. And very finally last one is the digestible food. Of course there is very importantly we know about the digestible food. Digestible food means, you know, what type of food I take every day, if it is not digestible, that times it will not be properly done in the metabolism process, not excretory process, the hampering of activities of physiological activities in our body. So lots of problems. So if we know about the balanced diet food of characteristics, that will be very easily understandable and easily can getable what kinds of food we need to take. Adequate energy we must be getting from there, macronutrients incorporated, vitamins, rough phase, cellulose and rich food must be there, sufficient water and minerals will be there, digestible food to be there. So that is the characteristics of the balanced diet. So my dear students, I hope so you understand today's topics. In next class we will understand about the preparing of the balanced diet chart. So that's all about today. Take good preparation and in your upcoming exam, hope so you will be doing well. That's all about today. Allah Hafiz.